Hi, welcome back to my channel. And today's video I'm going to make another fairy house, I think, but this time I'm gonna actually use this, hopefully. I didn't use it in the last fairy house video because it apparently was already a whole house, so I didn't need it. So for this one, my idea is I found this rock, or specifically my kids found this rock, and I'm just gonna use it. So I think it's a very good position. So I want like the fairy house being attached in here, and then I want to have like a big old tree like sitting on top of here, something like that, you know, and then being on top of the fairy house, so like we make a whole scene situation, hopefully. Yeah, so that's the idea. First I'm gonna bend the wire to the shape I want it. So I think for this fairy house I'm just gonna leave it a very basic because I don't have much cold porcelain clay left and I'm too lazy to cook another one for now. So I'm trying to make it enough, hopefully. Yeah, so the plan is I'm going to, the roof will be just like a moss hill. The house, the actual house, maybe just like brick stones, but gray brick stones, something like that. Let's talk about this clay tools. So you can see I use this silicone tools a lot, like literally a lot. These are my favorites because especially if you work with cold porcelain clay, any metal especially, or plastic or wooden tools will always stick on the clay, or the clay will stick on them. So it's very hard to work with them, especially making this kind of lines. You will always like take the clay with the tool, like scrap it off. If when you use the silicone tools, they just glide easily on the surface of the clay. So that's why I really love to use them. It's not because I promote my own videos or my own products that I made. It's just because they are very convenient. And I mean, of course you can buy silicone tools, but from what I know, they are expensive. And why should you buy them if you can make them? And also you can literally make them into the shape that you need, like this one. Who sells something like this? This is uh, imaginary, but it's so useful. I now use it every time I want to have a grass or moss or any texture that is like random. It's perfect. I love it. So yeah, if you want to make your own tools, go ahead and check the description box. The links are down below. No, I'm just kidding, but yeah, it's true. And I got this marble color, just mixing white and black color and not mixing it very well so that we still have this marble kind of effect. I think I did it before in some of my wood texture videos, so you can check it on something like that, like the fake succulent video maybe. Yeah, we covered the little fairy house with some white glue to make the clay stick nice and clean. And yeah, it's just the usual process. Are you getting tired of me making fairy houses? Because I don't know, from the analytics I see that are the most viewed videos, so I keep on making them. And I also love it, you know. Every time if I see any kind of packaging, I will always like, I can make this and that kind of fairy house. Like, it always inspires me. That's why I keep on making fairy houses. Hope you're not bored watching this kind of content. If you are, you can tell me in the comments below. You can make a suggestion. What should I do next? What you want to see me making? You can leave in the comments any video request if you have something in mind. I would love it. I'm not really out of ideas. Like, I have so many video ideas that I want to do. I just don't have enough time to do them all. But yeah, I also of course want to do content that you guys enjoy. So if you give me suggestions, it helps me to give you the content you like. I bought some things online. I bought this little gemstones, healing stones, whatever. And I bought this one. I didn't expect them to be this little, this small, but I think they will be super cute if I incorporate them into this piece. I think that will look amazing. And yeah, the idea of why I did bought this because I want to make jewelries, and yeah, stay tuned for that. And I'm gonna add this at the end. I'm gonna use UV resin, I think, so that the stones will not fall off. And I have already a super cool vision for this project. I think this will be my favorite fairy house ever. But yeah, hopefully I can make my vision come true. So let's start giving it some paint detail first, and then we add the other clay details. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm gonna paint. I give it some dry brushes and washes to make them look more finished, and then I'm gonna add the details. And I want to tell you that I changed my mind, even though I didn't told you my first idea. But first I wanted to make like a realistic moss grass looking fairy scenery, and then I changed my mind. I actually want to make a magical forest scenery, so it will be unrealistic, full of pastel colors, glowing, shiny. is wire that I used for the tree stump, and I'm going to cut them into little pieces to make the mushroom stamps. Why do I use wire on the mushroom stamps? Because I don't have the patience to let them dry first, because porcelain clay dries very long. It's not like polymer clay, you can just put them in the oven and then they are hard. And also, porcelain clay is quite fragile, so if you don't give them an armature, they are most likely going to break off if you handle them a little bit too rough. Okay, so I figured out that using eyeshadow can give it this cool mica metallic effect, and I think I'm going to do this while the clay is still kind of wet, so the eyeshadow is able to stick on it. So just like this, and then just brush on the eyeshadow to the pieces to give it like the metallic sparkles. Ooh, pretty. Ooh, shiny. Ooh, why do I love this? Oh, it looks so shiny. Okay, mushrooms are done. The leaves are done. Now next step is making the moss. What I'm going to do is first covering this ugly edges. So now I'm going to attach this fairy house to the tree, and I'm going to use this clay and mix it with some glue so it becomes stickier and stickier. So it will stick the house and the stone, the rock together. And I'm touching the stickiness to here, and then attaching it to this, and then push it together. like so. Now it's time to decorate. So I'm going to attach this little shroomies, lovelies to the scenery to make it more alive. Okay, this is the next day and the clay is not fully dried, but we have rainy weather outside, so I cannot let it outside to dry anyway. So I think I'm just gonna continue to add some details and add some paints, because it's hard enough to paint on it, but yeah, it's not fully hardened yet, that's what I mean. And yeah, I'm going to add some moss here and there to make it look more realistic. Like the tree, you can see I did add a little bit moss there. Somehow I had some green clay and I did that. And yeah, I'm going to do that all over the whole fairy house. Yucky, yummy, yummy. Oh, perfect. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is just letting this piece all dry, and then I think the last touches will be adding some paint, more details, and then the gemstones, and then just finish it with some varnish probably. Now I'm almost done with the whole thing. It was a long process, so I'm going to add this little tiny natural gemstone splits to add some shinies, and then we are done. Okay, I already spray painted the whole thing using Dove acrylic spray paint, and I did that step before I'm adding the gemstones because I don't want them to get Dove, obviously. And I'm going to use my UV resin and the stones, of course. So I'm gonna pick out some little shiny ones. I don't know, because I want it to be cute. Just do one at a time. So first I'm going to do this. I can remove this. Smart. Should do it before. This one to cure, I'm going to add the gems onto this one. I think this is a bit easier because it's not that much against creativity, I think. Hopefully. So for this one, I'm just going to use no, it's not easier. Yeah, it's going to use the sparklier or the more translucent one. So it's more like crystal-y. Okay, the piece is finally done. Finished. The whole gemstones or whatever crystals are staying on place. It's full covered with protecting acrylic spray paint so the paint will not shift. I have to admit this are a little fragile, so not to play with. It's just for decoration and display, but honestly, I'm very happy with the outcome. I didn't expect it will be this long, the process. I thought it's just a regular fairy house, which would normally take me 2 to 3 days. This took me almost a week. Like, this took me a long time. So, and I have a lot of footage which I cannot reduce that much, so it will be maybe around a half-hour video I already edited, and it's pretty long. So I hope that you guys still stick around and enjoy watching it, because, like, as I said, this is my favorite fairy house so far. I'm obsessed, and yeah, looking forward for more. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching. And again, if you see anything on my channel, including this, and you like it and you want to purchase it, or you want to ask me to custom you something, you can go onto my Instagram page and then go from there. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the next video. Bye.